How do I clean thermal paste from a processor or a cooler? In this video, exactly that's what I'm going to demonstrate. What's up everybody, welcome to Gamingtech. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. We have ArctiClean solutions, step 1 and step 2 basically. Here the thumb screws for the cooler itself. Very simple to remove. 4 of them. Once I remove all of them, the cooler itself will be loose. Why am I doing this? I'm doing to demonstrate to you guys as well as, and I want to place this motherboard in its original box so it doesn't just collect dust around the office till I get the new case basically. So it's a win-win situation for both of us basically. Fairly simple job. It's a cooler from Gamingtech. It's using triple fan setup. I removed the fan header. Just removing those thumb screws. I believe one of them was tight. On this setup you don't need to use a screwdriver. On Be Quiet one I remember that you have to. For Noctua as well. You can already see that the cooler is moving. Had to use pliers here because it was slightly tight and with little bit effort it's loose. Super useful. In order to clean the IHS of the processor, you can use alcohol, you can use the solution I'm using, you can use electronic cleaning spray. I know for a fact that electronic cleaning spray works best. I just don't have it. Usually I use it for the graphic cards. Cleans so freaking good though. Like it's amazing. Because it blows air and at the same time that's special chemical whatever they use. But we will be using for the purpose of this video. It has a slightly lime active smell to it, which is very pleasant. And they last forever. It's quite crazy. Like you can see from the packages that yellowing has happened on the plastic itself. 5-6 year old solution and still works phenomenally. You just put a little bit, you let the thermal paste lose itself, and I can just wipe it as you see. Just using normal tissue here. That is paper. Some people like to use microfiber cloth. I just use whatever is available and the cheapest solution basically. And the funny thing is, with this solution you won't have any marks, nothing, no staining. So if you're one of those guys who's looking for a special processor and you want to test it out and refund, this is exactly what you can do. They'll never know. And step 2 is just gonna remove any residue that is left on that IHS. Usually, sometimes whenever I bought a refunded processor, I would use the number 2 solution and then I would always get some grease on the paper. From there you can tell previously somebody installed it and was unhappy for some reason. Could be clock, could be voltage, could be the price, or they just regret it. Sometimes people refund for no reason, so it's quite hard to tell without testing. The processor I got here is 12,600K. And time for the other solution. Put some droplets there and I let it sit there. Doing the same procedure on the cooler. You will see how shiny that copper will look. At the solution 1, you can see the grayish tint there still is there. Now just gonna put the second one. 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you're doing. I'm not doing this in one go. I was doing some other stuff as well, so it depends. You just take your time. With this solution it just takes time because I want to remove it in one go. I'm sure there are other chemicals that work very well. Comment below if you know. For those people who subscribe to the channel, welcome as well. And for the existing members, thank you very much guys for the love. And I just wipe it again. You see, nothing is left there. Smells pleasant. I believe back in day I paid like 89 kroner, and I think this solution is more than 2-3 year old easily. I believe maybe the inflation and the price might have changed, so call it $10, $15 max. And it'll last forever. Shiny cooler basically. I like the product itself. It's from Arctic, I believe. They do phenomenal fans as well, which I use on my main system. Can you even tell that that processor ever had a thermal paste on it? The thermal paste I use is a regular one from Cooler Master. Ice Fusion Gel V2. I might have to check that. Because I didn't intend to overclock here, why waste for a higher quality, more expensive paste? If I intend to overclock, I delete the IHS anyway. I go for liquid metal or much better thermal paste from Kingpin, or I just check out the values basically of the cooling performance. Phenomenal motherboard for this kind of processor. Normally you shouldn't be using K model, but this was a super cheap processor back in day. I believe they increased the price of it quite a lot. Not sure what's happening with the processor prices lately. But in this video I hope it was informative enough for you guys to see how exactly I do it. Quick demonstration. I was checking here the M2 slot. Why it's slightly wobble, I don't know why. Even though I checked that the screw is tight enough. 16 GB of RAM on this motherboard. Basically fairly budget system that you can. It's one of the best power delivery motherboards. One of the most expensive also, unless they changed. And now I will just place back the motherboard in its original box. I won't put it into an electrostatic bag, just going to cover it. Place it on the shelf and wait till the next case arrives so I can install this system on a brand new case. That was the whole purpose. B660 mortar DDR4. There's DDR5 variant also. Here is the cooler from Gamingtech. With these processors, 12th gen, 13th gen, you need to request for another bracket because they support the older generation unless it's one of the updated coolers. Thank you very much for watching this video guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you on the next video. Like and share. Let's go!